Hey everyone, it's Schmuckles. Don't mind my hair woke up. It's time to talk about Chapter 29. The dates for the PTB and the live release have been leaked on Twitter. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to be up to date with Chapter 29 and what's coming next in Dead by Daylight. I also do stream on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch right now streaming the Dead by Daylight Killer Tourney. Link for that in the description below. I also want to say that my Discord server had a little bit of a makeover last week. I redid the Discord server and it looks very fancy now. There's a lot of Dead by Daylight discussions and predictions happening in there 24/7. Also, if you're subscribed to me on Twitch, you can see that status in the Discord, as well as get access to some of the Twitch emotes. So definitely join the Discord if you're interested in talking about like new killer discussions and just Dead by Daylight balance and gameplay in general. I was in the middle of editing the next video on my channel and some major news on Twitter dropped. I'm just going to reveal what the next video is right now. This is the next video coming to the channel. It's pretty much going over Slenderman and why Slenderman should be a killer in Dead by Daylight. You can expect that video to be released right after this one. So on Twitter, one of the Dead by Daylight leakers, Dweet, said Chapter 29 teasers are anywhere from July 30th to August 4th. So looking at the calendar there, what we've seen with teasers in the past is teasers come 1 week before the PTB of the next chapter. So that makes sense that the Chapter 29 PTB would be the next week on the Tuesday, August 9th. And then it looks like the live release is scheduled for August 30th. I'm pretty sure Nick Cage is scheduled to release this Tuesday on July 25th, meaning that teasers are coming for Chapter 29 just 5 short days after the live release of Nick Cage to Dead by Daylight. There's this image here and people were like, oh my gosh, this looks like Slenderman, it's foggy, is this a teaser image? I actually asked, is this picture itself an upcoming teaser? And it is not an upcoming teaser. This picture is just to go along with this post. It has nothing to do with teasers or the chapter. So we do have these dates posted by a very reliable leaker here. Also, something else was posted. Dweet went ahead and posted this right after that. I'm just like, Dweet, why would you do this to us? So obviously this is a tease towards Candyman coming from Dweet. Dweet also said that I do a little trickery here and there. So I'm not really sure if Dweet's just like messing around or being serious about this being the honey, like saying like, oh, this next license is going to be Candyman. It is pretty dramatic for a leaker who's able to get access to the content before it's released to say something like this, in my opinion. And let me remind you that this is a guy who knew that Chapter 30 was licensed before it was even confirmed by Behavior. The Dead by Daylight roadmap for the next year's worth of content was leaked before Behavior officially released it at the anniversary live stream. We were able to look at that roadmap and be like, it looks like Chapter 30 is going to be a paragraph killer, but nobody knew if it was licensed or not. Dweet went ahead and said that they know that it's going to be a licensed Chapter 30 paragraph. This is before Behavior announced anything, before they announced the roadmap, before they announced that the next 2 chapters are licensed. Somehow Dweet knew. Dweet had inside information telling them that Chapter 30 was going to be a licensed paragraph. I suppose you could like look at that roadmap and be like, well, they've only brought in licensed killer paragraphs before. We saw Ghostface, we saw Cannibal, we saw Cenobite. All of these killer only paragraph chapters have been licensed in the past. So one could speculate that this is going to be, the Chapter 30 is going to be a licensed paragraph too. We saw that exact same formula with Survivor paragraphs. We saw Bill as a licensed Survivor paragraph, then we saw Ash as a licensed Survivor paragraph. And so then when Michaela came into the game, it was kind of a shocker because we're like, well, they only bring in licensed Survivor paragraphs, so surely this next one is licensed. But no, Behavior actually switched it up and did an original Survivor paragraph. So that leads me to wonder, how could you possibly know that Chapter 30 is a licensed killer? They could definitely be switching it up this year and going with the first ever original killer paragraph chapter. And the way that Dweet presented this as kind of a leak, this tells me that Dweet had an inside source and someone actually told Dweet that Chapter 30 is licensed. Like, this did not appear to be like a speculation or a guess to me. Is there any possibility Dweet knows Chapter 30? Is there any possibility that Dweet here actually knows Chapter 29 and is trying to tease that to us right here? To be honest, I don't think Dweet would just be like revealing the killer right here in a tweet like that. It's possible that Dweet does know Chapter 29, but I don't think Dweet would just like pretty much give it away in a little tease tweet like that. That'd kind of be a big deal if Dweet did that, but Dweet could know more than what they're saying right now. Like, take a look at what they posted the other day. On the 17th, so 3 days ago, Dweet said the August chapter will be a big license. Who do you think it is? Don't say FNAF, Friday the 13th, or Alien at all. I'm so tired of hearing those ones, even if they do have a chance. Also, I don't hate the licenses I mentioned. I just want to see some different responses instead of the constant Springtrap, Jason, Xenomorph fusion. I don't know if Dweet's trying to tell us here that this next big license is not one of those 3 licenses. If Dweet does actually know what the next license is going to be, maybe Dweet could clarify some of these things and let us know. I have to say, I still think the frontrunner is Jason Voorhees for this chapter. I could see this next big chapter being Friday the 13th. I don't really think it would be Candyman. I don't think they'd bring in a new map in a full chapter with Candyman. I mean, it's entirely possible that the next chapter is Candyman, but my money right now is either on Friday the 13th or Alien. We'll hash these things out in a future video for sure, but right now I'm thinking Friday the 13th is this license. Which license do you think it is based on everything that we know? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel with notifications on if you want to be up to date with the Chapter 29 Dead by Daylight discussions. I'll definitely post more videos if more information comes out about this. And reminder, I'm live on Twitch right now streaming a Dead by Daylight killer tourney. We're probably going to be talking about the next chapter on live stream as well. The link for that is in the description below. I will see you next in the Slenderman video. That does it for this video. Goodbye.